Sustain.
Nutrition.
Right on my fucking eyeball.
Nice.
Joe, subject for today is
Lifting weights for women
why women should lift weights.
and the ways they shouldn't lift weights. So, we're looking at strength training is predominantly the type of lifting that women should be doing for the vast majority.
I don't want to lift weights. I don't want to lift anything heavy.
Vast majority of goals.
That's me being a woman.
Yeah, as I'm explaining the benefits. I don't want to lift anything heavy.
I don't want to lift anything heavy.
Where's she from?
Wales. Via Zimunda.
Okay, yeah, there's loads of clients like that. So lifting heavy is great for fat loss in the fact that it uses lots of energy. So the stronger you are, the more energy it's going to take to lift those weights. If you can only lift up one bag of sugar, you're not going to be able to be burning much energy if you're using light weights. Whereas if you use the heavier weights, your body will then have to use more energy to do so.
That's I think that common misconception that women think is, right, I'm going to do loads of very, very light machine-based stuff, kind of like 10.
Just for tone.
Yeah, 10 to 20 reps, that's going to burn the fat. It's not. Like basically, machines were built for bodybuilders to isolate muscle groups, to make them bigger.
To fill muscles with blood.
Yeah.
To break the fibres down by doing lots of reps.
Bodybuilders use higher reps. Here we go.
Go on.
Sarcoplasmic is what they're training for. Basically, just.
It's a knowledge bomb.
I should have had an app. Sarcoplasmic. So they'll fill the blood full of muscle, so that's where they get the pump.
The blood full of muscle.
Fill the muscle full of blood. I'm still happy with the sarcoplasmic. And then that will expand the muscle, basically, like blowing up a balloon. And then it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger, which is obviously what
hopefully,
which is what most women don't want, but for some reason feel that you need to train like bodybuilders. But I don't want to look like a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So basically, you're better off doing the strength training, so higher weights, lower reps.
Which is, what do you call that?
Myofibula.
Smashed it.
Come in. But I give you all what the all 1-2. The all rope and dope.
So that's more about recruiting muscle fibers. You're not actually breaking them down. Your body's just getting more and more efficient at lifting a weight. So when people first start, the reason they get stronger very quickly is because imagine I've got 100 ropes to pull a weight with. When I first start, I'm only pulling with 50 ropes because my body's not used to doing that. As you get stronger and your body gets better at recruiting, the strength, the fibers that are available, then you're pulling with more and more ropes. This is why people in emergencies can lift cars and stuff, because their body will then recruit all of their muscles, all 100 ropes to pull with. So people actually have these huge strength reserves you've just got to tap into. That's what strength training does.
Yeah, it's basically a lot of the time you're training your nervous system to recruit the muscles. Like Joe said, you might, like your brain, you might only be using 30% of your brain, but then imagine if you could use 100% of your brain.
I think we've got an idea for a film here. We should call it Limitless.
Well, that's crazy. So the same thing with the muscles, your body gets more adept. So basically think of any kind of strength training like a skill. So it's like a sport. So the more you do, say, like golfing or football, the better you get at it, because your body becomes more efficient at doing those movements. And it's the same thing with recruiting muscles as well.
So this will give you that, toned. What do you mean by toned? What do you mean?
Yeah, it'll make the muscles more dense, which will, again, like I say, and burning the body fat as well, which will give you that toned look.
Yeah, women are not going to pack on slabs of muscle. So just to give you the reasoning behind that is that men and women produce testosterone and estrogen to kind of similar ratios. So men produce 7-to-1 testosterone to estrogen, and women are the inverse of that. Even a very masculine woman would produce about, I think it's 2 milligrams of testosterone a day, and the average bloke is 7. So if you think about the number of guys who aren't very, very big and who are lifting lots of repetitions, heavy weights, eating right, and they've got those hormonal advantages. If you're a woman and you're not eating large amounts of protein and carbohydrates, as I say, you're a woman, and you're not doing really high volume, lots of reps, your chances of putting on a mass are very slim, apparently. So don't worry about it. If you do find you get too bulky, then it's either just your genetic set. Like some people do just have bigger legs, bigger shoulders, whatever. There's not a lot you can do to change that. Essentially just accept that and just focus on getting leaner, because it's the body fat loss that's going to make you look more athletic.
So lifting, heavy weights for lower reps, so like Olympic lifters.
Yeah. So yeah, we were talking about before. You have
Not necessarily saying you have to Olympic lift,
no,
but
if you've got a 50 kilo woman who can lift 80, 100 kilos, she clearly isn't muscle bound. You know, there's very, very few of those Olympic lifters in the lower weight categories who'd look at and think they were big, but they're phenomenally strong. So that kind of proves the point that, you know, if you lift heavy, that's very different to training like a bodybuilder.
and that is seriously heavy.
Yeah, that's some serious weight.
That's going to be a lot more than your average gym goers lifting.
That'd be more than the most of the blokes can lift.
Don't be afraid of deadlifting 20 kilos.
Yeah, you're not going to suddenly have these huge, like, gargantuan hamstrings. It doesn't work like that.
Lifting something heavier than your handbag.
If only it did, then my life would be much easier.
So yes, so that's it. Wrapping up. Heavy weights, low reps. It's going to give you the look that you're going for, as opposed to, I think I just spat then, as opposed to lighter weights and higher reps, which is going to,
On the tricep press down.
Yeah, train like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, or the 20 rep ab machine, stuff like that. Make sure you're, toning your stomach. You're not going to be able to do that through ab work. It needs to be big movements, squats, deadlifts, lunges, pushing, pulling, that use lots of muscles and use lots of energy.
And nutrition.
Mostly the nutrition.
80%.
Yeah.
82% nutrition.
It's a fact.
16% training. 2% magic. Right, so Sustain Nutrition on Facebook, on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, Twitter, Instagram,
Sustain_Nutri.
and that is us until next time.